life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
Then Corypheus cannot die. Destroy his body and he will assume another.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
Atishol vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was...
Supplicants to Mathal would have first paid obeisance here.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
There.
Well done. Let us see what awaits. I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
A just death for these mages. But where are the killers?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
Don't let them pass!
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
People are dying outside while we stand here. If we use the tunnel, more of our soldiers can flee.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient...
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
You're very eager to reach our destination.
Are we not all eager to stop Corypheus from...
It sounds like what you want.
There is a danger. Legends walked Thedas once. Things of might. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore...
Yes. Is Thedas so full of wonders that we should leave? Mankind blunders through the world. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than... I read more in the first. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises...
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The ritual. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
There. The ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow. Yeah? As you wish. Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Venavis. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies as well as...
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you.
The place of the Way of Sorrows.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of... He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
So, you're elves from ancient times?
The Shemlin did not destroy. We Elven ward upon ourselves. By the time the doors... We awaken only when called. And each time, it is meaningless. We endure. The Virabella...
What is this
It is a path. One walked only by the...
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
I did not come here to fight you, nor to steal from your temple.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of... If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid... When this is done, you shall be permitted.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no...
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to... As for the Virabella San, it shall...
No!
Morgan! This would be our guide?
Mitholan asked.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
She turned into a bird.
Ô, Jesus amado, velho.
This place looks untouched.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
We can always ask our hosts.
I will leave that to you.
Penshra, Gilas Velathan.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around. sentinels are holding against the Venatori.
We should hurry. Their numbers are not endless.
Vir Sumiel.
Well of Sorrows.
So Mithal endures.
It's loud and so cold.
Andraste, guide us.
So close. The well knows its vessel, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor. The trials you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now. Or not at all.
Your lust for power has blinded you, Calpurnia. Corypheus is using you.
Think on your own folly before inventing more. You serve your people, you have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge, power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor, that is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
If that's the case, why isn't Corypheus clawing at the well?
I will carry it like a jug brimming for his use. Can you not see? I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom to try to defeat Corypheus. But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master.
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
Where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? And these runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises, and everyone alive! Venedis Cavern Vas! He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
That's why you joined Corypheus? To see Tevinter rebuilt?
To see her reborn. Slaves allowed their true potential, corruption excised. Tevinter was the cradle of civilization. Imagine what her future could be. A crafter of wonders, standing against the savage Kunari. A beacon for all.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman, while you still can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
The Inquisitor is showing you great mercy, mage. Do not waste it.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him, it lies in the well. Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae Benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us. I will give you some time. I go to confront my master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me.
Abelard!
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Enough.
You cannot honestly...
I said enough.
The well clearly...
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, all that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
This can't be easy.
You cannot imagine. Each time...
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a right... Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain... The Vira Belasan may be too much. Brave it if you must.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Is it possible this...
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Yet the Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is...
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends.
There is a place...
Perhaps there are... It may be that only Uthenera await, if fate is kind.
Could come with us. Fight Corypheus. He killed your people.
We killed ourselves. Long ago.
Malas Amali Nahalam Abalas. His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
Tá, mas ia ajudar nós. Você não falou pra ele não, seu puto?
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said the well is the key. Take its power. I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets... I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am...
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
You alone? You're not the only mage here.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
What about you, Solus?
No. Do not ask me again.
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the...
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems... Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morrigan?
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should...
If it is truly between you and her, then let her...
So many voices. They would be in your head, talking over you. You don't want them.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
If anyone is to use the well, it will be me.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
And who's to say it will go to waste?
I do. I am forever balked by those who believe they know better than I. Drink if you will, for the sake of us all, but steel your will to do it.
Nossa, Morgan. Se você não fosse a namorada do meu personagem, cara, você tomaria um chute na bunda de novo.
Why am I here? Corypheus, a magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. I can't understand what you're... Look, will you help me or not?
Inquisitor! Inquisitor!
The Illuvian!
Through the mirror.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled.
What he wanted was no...
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his fall.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and He will not.
He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
It's voices.
If only one who understood such voices had used...
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon isn't an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task.
There is a way, but I'll need Morrigan's help.
The voices from the well tell you that, do they? Very well, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready to begin this
Are you certain of this?
We have no choice. If
I'll see to Skyhold's defense.
Inquisitor, thank the Maker you're here. Morrigan chased after her son into the Illuvian. She was terrified.
she was chasing Kieran?
She said he activated the mirror somehow, and then she ran into it. I've never seen Morrigan like that. You must go after her. I will find help, Inquisitor.
Fade. How did the Illuvian lead here? Can it go anywhere?
Morrigan! Go back! I must find Kieran before it's too late. Why would Kieran do this? How could he do this? We stand in the Fade. To direct the Illuvian here would require immense power. If he is lost to me now after all I have sacrificed...
Rather convenient this happened just as I needed to speak with you.
Yes, cleverly lure you into the Fade. My master stroke. You drank from the well, Inquisitor. What do the voices tell you now?
Nothing. They're complete.
Whatever happens to him now, 'tis my doing. I set him on this path. Please, help me look, Inquisitor. Just a little longer.
Calma, princesa. Vamos procurar esse pentelho. Porra, na primeira vez que o cara já mete um filho. Puta que pariu. Quer dizer, foi na segunda, né?
he is!
Who's with him?
That...
Mother!
Mother.
Now, isn't this a surprise?
So you're the one who took Morrigan's son?
Nonsense. He came to see his grandmother, like a good lad. I'm told sense often skips a generation.
Kieran is not your grandson. Let him go.
As if I were holding the boy hostage. She's always been ungrateful, you see.
Ungrateful? I know how you plan to extend your... You will not have me, and you will not have my son!
Be a good lad and restrain her.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Of course you know. You drank...
You... are Mythal.
Whatever hold you have over me, release it now.
That is entirely up to my dear daughter.
I'm sorry, Mother. I heard a call.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice. And she came to me, a whisper. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
You can't expect us to believe that.
What do the voices tell?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend given name? Truth is not the end. A herald indeed, shouting to the heavens, harbinger of a new age. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
If Mythal is within you, why not
And to whom should...
To the elves, to everyone.
I knew the hearts of men even before Mythal came to me. They do not want the truth, and I am but a shadow, lingering in the...
Why did Mythal come?
For a reckoning that will shake the very heavens.
And you follow her whims?
You seek to preserve the powers that were. It is because I taught you, girl. Because things happened that were never meant to happen. She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed. Mythal clawed and crawled her way through the ages to me, and I will see her avenged. Alas, so long as the music plays, we dance.
So you lured us here. What do you want?
One thing, and one thing only.
I have to go now, Mother.
No. I will not allow it.
He carries a piece of what once was, snatched from the jaws of darkness. You know this.
He is not your pawn.
Have you not used him? Was that not your purpose?
That was then. Now he is my son. Flemeth extends her life by possessing... That was the fate she intended for me. I thwarted her, and now she intends to have Kieran instead.
Wait, the way she talked about Kieran.
I am not the only one carrying the soul of a being long thought lost.
He is more than that, Mother.
As am I. Yet do you hear me complain? Our destinies are...
Mother, I have to.
You do not belong to her, Kieran. Neither of us do.
If Kieran is so special, why did you wait until...
I did not know where he was. Morrigan...
Twas the well.
Be thankful you did not drink. Imagine, bound to your dear mother for eternity.
Whatever else you think he is, Kieran is still a child.
And so much better behaved than his mother was at his age.
Kieran,
As you wish. Here, let me take the lad, and you are free of me forever. Or, keep the lad with you, and you will never...
He returns with me.
Decided so quickly.
Do whatever you wish. Take over my body now if you must, but Kieran, I am many things, but I will not be the mother you were to me.
No more dreams?
No more dreams. A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me. As for you, Inquisitor, there is an ancient altar deep. Go to it, summon the dragon, master it in combat, and it is yours to...
Wait! Are you all right, Kieran? You are not hurt?
I feel lonely.
She wanted the old god soul all along. Is it worth reminding myself that perhaps I do not know everything? My mother has the soul of an elven goddess, or whatever Mythal truly was, and her plans are unknown to me.